very, very soon, art enthusiasts will get to see graffiti artist Quiccs' vibrant new works up close in his second solo exhibit in the country. Quiccs Maiquez tells us the story behind the art in the MKO2 show, which opens this Sunday at the Secret Fresh Gallery in Magallanes. That's right. Quiccs, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me again, sir.
So how significant is this second solo exhibit for you as a visual artist and a toy designer?
Well, I've been very loyal to the gallery itself, Secret Fresh and Big Boy Cheng. Since 2012, he's been really supportive of our stuff. So I made sure to send him the appreciation back by being loyal to the gallery.
So you've had your first solo exhibit with Secret Fresh. What makes this second solo exhibit different from the first?
So since the first solo show, we've had a lot of significant collaborations, and I wanted to celebrate those collaborations through the second show. So we're featuring the most significant stuff that we've done since 2019, which was a collab, of course, with Adidas, Johnny Walker, and also pay tribute to one of my main inspirations, which is Gundam RX-78.
Quiccs, when you talk about an exhibit, a solo exhibit, it's always like works on canvas and maybe huge, lifelike figurines. But you're also integrating your other characters and variants of your Tech 63.
Yes. A lot of people know me for toys, so I always go back to my roots. I made sure to represent myself through a different way. When I started out as an artist back in 2012, I wanted to do something else, something different from what other artists do. So I do paint a lot, but I found a way to make myself more visible through toys.
And of course, your most popular, iconic toy is Tech 63. I mean, who is Tech 63?
He's pretty much an amalgamation of myself, I guess. The most influential subcultures throughout my life. Growing up, listening to the hip-hop music of the western part of the world, and falling in love with graffiti. And of course, during my childhood, I would always love watching Japanese robots with my brother back in the early.
It's an amalgamation of different cultures and different genres.
Yes,
but how did you visualize Tech 63 to be what it is today?
I wanted to make a character that represents who I am. So I wanted people to instantly recognize the subcultures I'm representing, but just by looking at my toy, which I achieved through designing Tech 63 back 11 years ago.
Wow, 11 years ago. That was way back in 2012.
Yes, sir.
But if you look back to that day of 11 years ago, if you did not create Tech 63, which is your most popular icon, would you be here? Would you be where you are right now with the success that you have achieved throughout the decades?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I went into the market at the perfect time and at the perfect situation wherein back then the toys that were being produced by a lot of toy producers were into the cute side, into the happy side and the colorful side. And I presented something that went way back to the early 2000s, where hip-hop was actually the main theme of the pioneers of designer toys used. People like the Hong Kong artists like Michael Lau and Alex Cho. They were heavily into hip-hop. They were the first people I know whom did their own toys. And that was very revolutionary for me to see that an artist can make his own toys.
And of course, Tech 63 comes in different shapes and sizes.
Yes, sir.
It could come as small as, it's just 1 inch.
Tech 63. It's 2.5 inch.
2.5 inch, and it could be as 5 feet.
Yes, sir.
It could also be 12 inch, 6 inch.
And a giant balloon.
In a giant balloon. Yeah, I've seen that. It's been touring malls
Yes, sir.
around the country. But if you were having a conversation with Tech 63, and he's in grade school, high school, and now university, what is your ambition for him? What do you like Tech 63 to become?
Pretty much like from where we are now, I'm very happy. But I always have this bucket list of hopefully someday turning him into a comic book, an animated movie, or even a, what do you call this, a live action movie. I want it to happen.
Wow, your ambition for Tech 63 is really wide.
Yes, sir.
And tall, and maybe across the world. You just don't want it to be popular here in the Philippines or in other countries, but around the world.
Yes, sir.
That is your ambition for Tech 63.
Yes, sir. We'll see where it goes. We're taking baby steps to it. I want it to naturally happen, but I like where we are right now. Like spreading the word, like just through our cult following, you know, baby steps. But we're getting there.
Okay, that's very important. When you want to succeed in life, it really has to be baby steps.
Yes,
you
sir.
you don't want to slip, you know, and trip along the way.
Yes, sir.
All right, from graffiti artist to toy designer of the year and now a visual artist, has it been fulfilling for you so far, this past 11 years?
Oh, very much, sir. Very much. Since my dad died in 2014, I guess I just wanted to like make the most out of my short life here on Earth. So I just like put it on fifth gear, and whatever happens, happens. That was my philosophy.
And you just continue to move forward and look for new ideas to basically create also new characters. Like this fella over here is called the Ghost of Kurosawa.
Yes, sir.
How many other characters apart from Tech 63 have you also been able to create?
We have 7, and throughout the 10-year journey that I had in my toy art journey, we've been able to produce some of our other characters, such as Mariko, the girl, Sharko, and Remy, the aquatic part of the Bullet Punk universe. And then we have Zeta, and we have Okami and Etsuji. All these characters are in our Bitwars NFT game for the people who are interested to know more about them.
But of course, you've also expanded into works on canvas, and we have seen those works on our screens. And of course, the focal point is Tech 63.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, are you also planning to paint Ghost of Kurosawa, Sharko, Remy, and Mariko,
yes,
who are part of
definitely.
your Bullet Punk universe, also to put them on canvas?
Definitely. In the future, we have plans to do that, especially at next year's art fair through Big Boy, through Secret Fresh. I plan to do that.
So you plan to expand
Yes, sir.
your characters on canvas.
Yeah.
And of course, like what you say, it's baby steps. So you start first with your superstar,
Yes.
which is Tech 63.
The Mickey Mouse, quote unquote, of my Walt Disney.
Okay, well, of your Disney world.
Yes,
your
sir.
Disney world. But I'm sure it hasn't all been a bed of roses, no, Quicks, over the past decade. What challenges did you have to face as a graffiti artist to becoming Toy Designer of the Year 3 times? Is it back to back to back?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Before the
And then now
pandemic.
a visual artist.
Well, the challenges I faced was like, of course, in the beginning, nobody knew much about art toys in the Philippines, especially. It was Big Boy and his collectors back when it was still Fresh Manila, who collected these art toys from the US and from China and from Japan. But slowly but surely, the Filipinos knew about like what art toys are, and we just kept on grinding. We just kept on like joining Toycon Philippines, and then I guess throughout the years they built the same appreciation as everyone else in the world had for our toys. But it was a very, very slow grind.
That's right.
Yeah.
You really have to grow with the community and, of course, expand it
Yep.
and also attract not only the toy collectors but also mainstream collectors, particularly in the visual arts. How are you trying to win them over? Because, I mean, you're a graffiti artist. How are the mainstream art collectors who collect the national artists and the modern artists, how would you be able to draw them as well into your art?
I guess we're lucky enough that throughout the years, a lot of brands have approached us to do collaborations. Johnny Walker, Adidas, Secret Lab, and Smart, even Robinson's Galleria. We've been fortunate enough to be noticed by these companies, and of course, every time we work with them, a lot of new eyes are on us.
That's
so
right.
these traditional artists, collectors also know about us through these collaborations. So we're very lucky to have a growing audience.
And it also expands not only your growing audience, but also your brand equity. When they say that you've worked with this global sportswear brand or with this global retail brand, it enhances your brand equity, not only to the local market, but also internationally.
Yes, sir. It's like having a wrestling belt every time we have.
You have the WBC, the IBC, the WBF, and the WE
Very lucky to have
championship
that.
belts.
Yes, sir.
But what is your dream? I mean, this is your second solo exhibit. You now have works on canvas. Where do you want to take this? Of course, apart from the toys.
Well, I began my journey as an artist telling myself that I wanted to present a different path to the younger artists, that you don't need the traditional painting, show, gallery, and then cyclical, like doing it all the time. I wanted to show them that you can pretty much make a living out of art through a lot of other paths that you take. That's why I built my toys that way. So in the future, I'll just probably take my time and do what others haven't done too much yet, just to be able to inspire other artists that there are a lot of ways to make a living out of art.
Absolutely. And of course, this Sunday, your second solo exhibit will be at the Secret Fresh in Magallanes.
Yes, sir.
And then in ToyCon, which is a week from this coming weekend.
July 7, 8,
July
and 9.
7, 8, and 9. Which toys will be revealed to the world for their collection? All of this.
Everything that you see here on the table tonight is available at ToyCon Philippines.
And this is Ghost of Kurosawa in the 12-inch,
14-inch.
the 14-inch.
7.5 and 3.5.
And Tech 63, it seems like is wearing a jacket here, and it has even has a skateboard, and it's complete with all the accessories.
Yes, sir, and it comes with a belt bag that you can wear while holding them and, going around the metro. And we worked with a very, very talented artist with these toys, Jay Chang from Taiwan. So he's very well known for this type of toy, action figures that you can really pose and dress with real clothes.
So briefly, Quicks, please invite our viewers to go to your exhibit and to the toy convention.
Yes, I'd like to invite everyone to go to our solo exhibit this Sunday at Secret Fresh Sky Gallery in Magallanes. And then next week, July 7, 8, and 9 at SMX at ToyCon Philippines. We'll be there.
All right, congratulations on your success.
Thank you, sir.
And more to come.
Thank you.
Quiccs Maiquez, graffiti and visual artist, having his second solo exhibit at Secret Fresh Gallery.
Thank you.
And before